Hello everybody, welcome to Overdrive, and my name is Mitch, and today we're going to talk about chord inversions and playing as two guitar players in a band and not sounding like one.
So what we're going to concentrate on, and yes, I'm Steve. You can tell by my official masking tape name tag. But anyway, what we're also going to talk about is just not treading on each other's toes frequency-wise. So we're going to show you some real simple stuff just with power chords initially, but show you how, if you just play the same thing, two guitars might as well just be one. But think about the use of the fingerboard. Think of how a piano player uses frequencies. You would never see a piano player play 3 keys with 6 fingers. It would be pointless. So that's basically what we're going to do.
So Steve and I have a little bit of different tone here. We don't want to be, I don't want to be on his frequencies with his setup, and he doesn't want to be copying mine either, and we want to sound like two distinct guitar players. So I'm going to play a conventional A chord here at the 6th string on the 5th fret. So I got a little bit of a cleaner tone here. Steve's got a little bit of a heavier tone.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to count ourselves in, and on the imaginary count of 4, we're both going to strum this chord just once. Listen to the result. 1, 2, 3. So after that initial strike of the strings, it's pretty hard to tell really who did what. Even though we got 2 different guitars, 2 different amp setups, 2 very different tones, they just kind of mush together. Now if Mitch plays that same chord again, I'm going to play another A chord, still an A power chord, that's what I played before, but I'm just going to go up an octave, and you'll see the difference. At one point you'll hear the difference. So, same thing again, 1, 2, 3. Now you can distinctly hear the 2 different guitars. And quite simply, all we're doing is, rather than playing the same frequencies on top of each other, we're doing this. We're stacking frequencies. And that way you don't tread on each other's toes sonically. A lot of the time you'll see, bar bands, club bands, supposedly quite professional bands, 2 guitar players, they're using the same gear, and then they play the same as each other, and it's almost pointless. Like I say, you wouldn't see a piano player put 6 fingers on 3 keys. Agree?
Exactly. And now your tone goes from sounding like that to sounding nice and big. So we're going to demonstrate that again. Let's just do a kind of a chugging 8ths thing. So I'll do the chugging, and then you just kind of let it ring out, and we can see how that goes.
Sure. What are we doing? Chords?
Just do the A again.
Okay.
3, 4. So I kind of went from 2 there. I had one up here on the 7th fret, which is basically just an A chord. And then I got an A down here, a power chord, but I'm also voicing an A and an E up here. And this is a nice big vowel, and I kind of prefer this one myself. I'm kind of getting very much that AC/DC kind of tone when you get up in here.
Interesting to note though, actually a lot of the notes that Mitch plays in those 2 positions are actually the same pitch, but because he's in a different position on the fingerboard, and therefore, the mix of wound strings to plain strings and that sort of thing is changed within the chord, it changes the tone.